We all know the expression familiarity breeds contempt. I want to talk about a practical application of this that I've experienced recently. My children don't listen to me. I'm sure any parent out there knows exactly what I mean. They listen to everybody, the dogs in the street, but they won't listen to their parents. Why? I had a meeting yesterday with a long-standing client, and I'm not sure I'd be of any use to this person at all, and because they don't listen to me. And we had a conversation about where they are and what they're trying to do, and I just realised that I've had this conversation with this person many times, and I asked the questions, but they were more interested in fixing me than in hearing anything. And this has led me to a conclusion, if you wish. I remember years ago my dad, and I didn't listen to my dad, by the way, my dad encouraged me in a friendship I had with our next door neighbour, who'd been a man his own age, an ex-army officer, and Stephen was his name, and a lovely man. And as I passed by his house, Stephen would always wave out the window to me. He was retired. And I'd go in, I'd sit and I'd chat to him and whatever. And I always listened to Stephen, and he always gave me good advice. I'm not saying he gave me better advice than my father would have given me, probably similar advice. He was the same age man, same kind of social background and so on, same worldview. But my dad was smart enough to recognise that I wasn't going to listen to him. So when we're in a leadership position and when we're working with people, I think it behoves each and every one of us to reflect on whether or not the person can hear us. And if they can't hear us, is it our responsibility to make sure that there's somebody there that they can hear? If they can't take feedback from us, if they can't take direction from us, then it's up to us to make sure there's somebody else there who can support them and give them direction. Remember, it's not a conscious thing. Just like our children, they don't think dad's a complete ass. They probably do, but you understand what I mean. They're not dismissive. They just don't value because they're very familiar with. So, whereas somebody they're not familiar with, they value more what that person has to say. So think about this. When you're in a role, in a leadership role, working with people, you want to assist them, you want to help them grow and develop and move on. Sometimes you've got to get out of the way. Recognise they can't hear you. Get out of the way and put somebody in supporting them that they can hear. Just a thought. If you like this stuff, share it, subscribe, and please let us know what you think. Thanks. Bye.